Alright guys, this is Jacob from Wedge Me This, and lately there's been a lot of strategies and a lot of talk about lay bets. And I think partially because of my my toolbox video I put out, but partially just because people are expanding and stuff in this craps community mostly and stuff. They're expanding their horizons on these bets on the craps table. Well, today I want to go through the reasoning why on some stuff why you would actually make lay bets, right? And why there's more lay bets than just the 4 and 10. All right, so let's get $600 out. All right, the one thing about lay bets is lay bets generally take a little more money if you're going to use them as a strategy or whatever the case may be there. All right, so let's think about it, okay? What's the best lay bet on the table? All right. Well, there's a couple answers to that. The best lay bet probability-wise is the 4 or the 10. But the best lay bet pay-wise is the 6 or the 8. And so with the 6 or the 8, you can basically turn them into the 5 and the 9 with the hard way bet. All right, so you have that advantage. Now the 5 and the 9 are kind of outliers, okay? So it's a 2/3 bet. So 2/3 of the time you're going to win and 1/3 of the time you're going to lose. All right, so the trick to the 5 and the 9 is that the payout on it is pretty good. And so the 5 and the 9 have an advantage a little bit too in their own right, because you can bet 30 to win 20, you know, stuff like that, and you're getting 4 to 6, you know, or 2/3 of the time you should win. All right, so let's just see what happens. All right, let's start with the common ones, okay? So let's lay the 4 for 50. Of course, on the even numbers, you can also play a hard way with it. You know, one thing about playing the hard way with lay bets is you don't have to hedge them all the way out. You could put a $5 one there. That way you're winning 20. I'm not going to count the VIGs, guys. The VIG does come into play, but it's a couple bucks here, a couple bucks there. Overall, it's not that huge of a deal. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. All right, another thing I want to talk about. Okay, so what does the lay bet help with? Okay, so the lay bet helps with the come out roll, especially if you don't want to play a pass line to get the 7. So you're gaining the 7 that way, and you're only losing the 4. Not terrible. All right. The lay bet also helps with the 0.7 if you're willing to run it one more time. So I mean, there's some things in the early part of a shooter that the lay bet definitely gives you an advantage on. As the shooter goes on, it's less effective because, you know, more chances that they're going to smack that number. So let's just see what happens. And we got a hard 10. So good thing we would have been on 10. Would have been all right. Roll the hard way. Oh, so our point was 10. So then we have a hard 8. And we have an 8. All right, so let's just see how many rolls it takes before this either gets knocked off or wins. Okay, so on the 4th roll, that lay bet won. I'm going to lose that. We're going to make 25, I mean. All right, so that one won. So let's move on over to the 5. All right, $75. Now you don't have no hard way coverage on the 5. All right, so that first lay bet, so let's mark how many rolls, okay? So we're going to mark the rolls in blue. Lay bet number 1. All right, so, and then the winning roll we'll mark in red. If it's a losing roll, if it gets knocked off, we'll mark it in white. All right, so on that 4th roll, we roll the winner. All right, let's see what the 5 does for us. There's a yo. Okay, so that's roll number 1. Let's put that in front of the 4. And a 6. And a 5. So we got knocked off on the 3rd roll. Okay, so we got knocked off. I say white, right? Okay, so let's move over to the 6. Okay, so let's do $60. You got to do it in increments of 6. All right. Same thing here, and we got a hard 10. Now I forgot we want to go on and play that 6, the hard 6 over here. Makes a ton of sense. It takes away one combination, so it turns it into the probability of the 5 and 9. And we got a 7.
I collected like a whole pouch.
Holy smokes. All right, so we're going to lose this. We're going to win 50. All right, so move that over to the 8. I'll rack that up. Grab the hard 8. See what happens on the 8. And we got a yo, 6-5 yo. and a 4, 3, 1, and a 9, 5, 4, 9. Oh, dang it. So that's either, okay, so we had a yo, a 4, a 9, and now a 5. Okay, so yo, 4, 9, 5. Okay. And a 6. So we're getting into that range where we're, you know, getting pretty long. And an 11. And a 5. And a 3. And a 7. Okay, so it ended up winning. Just took a minute. Still ended up winning. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to lose that, but we're going to win 50. All right, so let's move over to the 9. Let's go on and put 75 on the 9. You know, there's no hedge for it, so it's just a roll. And we have a 6, a hard 6. The point don't really matter. Lay bets are always going to be on. And a 7, so 0.7 there again. We won. So there was 2.7s in this run, and we won both. All right, that 75 is going to win 50. And we'll go to the 10 for 50. All right, so let's see what happens on the 10. And, oh, hard 10, but we were supposed to be on the hard 10. All right, so it did get hit, but we would have been on it. And let's say we were just on it for $5. So we would lose 50, but we'd win 35. So, I mean, that's not a terrible thing. It's not a great thing, not a terrible thing. All right, so roll 1, we got hit. I don't know what that is. I'm going to just put it over here. All right. Okay, so overall, in our first run through the numbers, all right, we have 500, 575, 600, 650, 665. So we're up $65, right? In the first run through the numbers, okay? We had 1, 2, 3, 4 winners, a partial winner. It's still a loser because we're not fully hedged, and one just outright loser. Pretty good deal, all right? So let's run through it again. Let's see what happens again, okay? Start at the 4, and I'm not doing these in any kind of special order. I'm just starting at 4 because it's the first in line. All right, here we go. We have a 4 right out the gate, so that was just a big loser. All right, so that's pretty painful. So let's mark our white. Okay, we'll just move over to the 5, $75 5. And we got a 10, 6, 4, 10. The point would be 4 on this one. And back-to-back 10s. Okay, so that's 2 rolls. And an 8, 3 rolls. And a 3, 4 rolls. And a 9, which is going to be our 5th roll. And a 3. Where are all the 7s at, huh? And an 8. The good thing is there's no 5s coming either. And a 12. Should be running into some 7s here pretty quick. And an ace ace. All tall small is looking fabulous. And the 8 again. And there's the 7 finally. Okay, so even after all them rolls, a 5 still never came. So that's pretty amazing. All right, let's go to the 6. Let's put 60 on the 6. Again, I'm not doing anything special. I'm just using the same increments. And we have a come out hard 6. Oh, we were supposed to be on the hard 6. It's an even number. So again, that's a loser. But we get 45 for that. So it's not a terrible loser. Oops. You know, we do lose 60, but we win 45 back. I mean, that's not like the end of the world type thing. All right. Next one. And we got a 6 again. We're on the 8 this time, though. Oh, we need our hard 8, right? I keep forgetting that. You should hedge out that number because it's a cheap hedge. you're getting all them 9-to-1 odds. So it's a pretty cheap hedge. You should do that if you're going to lay bets. All right, so there's the 7. All right, mark that. On that third roll is the, oh, that was, it's okay, we lose that, but we're going to win 50. All right, not exactly, I might have missed a roll there, guys. If I did, I'm sorry. All right, so then we're going to go 75 on the 9. Here we go. And we got a hard 4. Again, there's no hedge on the evens, I mean on the odd numbers. Oh, 0.7. So we won on the 0.7 again. All right, $50 winner. Put that right over there, rack that. And here we go. We're on the 10. Oh, we need a hard 10 out there. Get that hard 10, okay. We got one winner here. I mean, not a one roll. And an 11. So there's roll number 2. If I missed a roll or two, guys, I'm sorry. I didn't miss the winners or the losers, so that's no big deal. There's a 6, 6, 12. And a 6. And the hard 10. Okay, so it's not a full winner, but it's not a total loser either. So it's going to win 35. Not a terrible deal. So let's see where we're at after the second roll through. All right, and this time we won 3, lost, and lost 1 full one, and then 2 partial ones. All right, so I don't, like 1.5, I guess, or whatever. All right, 500, 600. So we're up $125 by doing nothing more than just laying each number individually and going down the board, covering it with the hard way. All right, let's see what happens this time. This run through. And we got the 7 right out the gate. All right, so there's the 4. The 4 already won. It's gonna make 25 bucks. Move it right over to the 5. So roll 1, the 4 won. And we got the 4. All right, so good thing we are not on the 4 no more. And a hard 6. So this 5 likes to have a lot of numbers rolled before. There's the 8. Now I'm not doing nothing but just chunking these dice in there. And the 7. So 4th roll, roll to 7. It's going to be a $50 winner. Move over here. 60 bucks. That 4 was the hard 4 and we lost it. So it's, oh no, never mind. That's the winner. Sorry. Let's move these up. That way I know what we're doing here. And so we're on the 6. We need to get our hard way protection out there. Hard 6. Not a full hedge, but it's a pretty good, pretty solid hedge. So there's a 9. A 9. 2 9s in a row. Okay. And a 10. 6 4. A 9. A lot of 9s. 3 9s and 1 10. So then the light side guy playing that 9 is crushing it. And a 4th 9. And another 10. Okay. So 6 is going a long time here. And the 7. All right. Not a terrible run. Still 1 in the end. Okay. Move on over. Collect our 50 bucks. See what happens here. Oh, we need the hard 8 out there. Here's the hard 6. Okay. And the 10. 6 4. That was another 5. It was a 10. Either way, it doesn't matter. All we're doing is playing the lay 8. And there's a 9. 6 3. And a 7. Okay. We're going to win 50 bucks. Jump over here to the 9. All right, here we go. And a come out 7. It's gonna win 50 bucks. And go all the way over there. We need to make our hardware prediction on the 10. And we got a 7. All right, so that was a 7. So in that case, multiple 7s hit every number 1. All right. Is that going to happen every time? Of course not. All right, now let's see where we're at. Okay, this is after 3 runs through every number. All right, 500, 6, 7, 8, 9, 955. Not too shabby, right? $955, and all we're doing is playing one number on the don't. When it wins or loses, we move to the next one, move to the next one, move to the next one. Now, is there an instance where it could just hit all the numbers and you could just get smoked? Yes, of course, there's instances like that. Now, is that going to be real common? No, of course not. That's why the casino gears the game to play with the 7. They want the 7 because it's going to come out more than any other number. All right, so let's go through one more time. Just, you know, we had a lot of winners there, so let's see if we can get a run that has a lot of losers. All right, here's a $50 and get our hard 4 out there. Maybe we'll have 4 or 5 losers on this one. All right, ace, ace. I'm running out of, I'm going to use black chips because I'm running out of blue chips. Same thing, black and blue are the same. And a 7. It's going to win 25. You can jump right over the 5 here. A yo. A 4. Again, we're not doing anything special. All we're doing is saying we think the 7 is going to show up before a 5. That's all we're saying. And there's the 7. Okay, $50 winner. Now, of course, guys, there is VIG attached to this. It's going to be a couple bucks each time. Not going to be a huge deal. You're going to, I mean, it would take away from the profit a little bit, but nothing significant. All right, we got a hard 6 out there. We got a 10. Okay, so that's like that. 6, 4, 10. And an ace, ace. And the 8, 6, 2. And a 3, 2, 1. And a 9, 6, 3, 9. All right, anytime. And another 4, 3, 1, 4. And again, this is one of them situations where if you were going to play this way, this is kind of a boring way to play, but you have the advantage the whole time in probability. All right, so there's the 7. We're going to win 50. And having that probability advantage is a pretty nice thing. It's pretty effective. All right, we're moving over to the 8. And we have a 5, 4, 1. And all we're doing on the evens is, yeah, we're hedging out the hard way. That way we gain it as not necessarily a winner, but just, you know, hedging out some of the loss. I mean, you can hedge it all the way and to where it's a winner too. I mean, you can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Hard 6. And a 7, 4, 3. And these rolls are pretty consistent with how the game would go. This isn't nothing unusual. All right, $50. Move on over to the old 9er there. And we got a 9. Okay, so we got knocked off this time. Okay, so let's move over to the 10, $50 10. Get our hard way coverage. And here we go. And a hard 4. And a 3, 2, 1. So we have 2 rolls. And a 5, 3, 2, 5. 2, 1, 3. 4, 3, 1. Okay, let's just keep going. Maybe we'll hit, maybe we'll miss. I don't know. 4, 1, 5.
401k.
401k. Justice said 401k. All right, so there's a hard tip. So it's a partial winner, partial loser, however you want to look at it. All right, I'm gonna mark it with white because it did get knocked off. All right, so 4 out of the 6 made it. One was a partial and one was a straight knockout. I don't remember what we had before, but we're at $1,000 here. All right, so there's 450, 500, so that's 1,000 altogether. 1,025, and we didn't do anything but lay a bet and wait it out, lay a bet, weigh it out, and we just kept moving to the next number. That's all we did. It's not even like a really like interesting like strategy or anything. All I did was show that the value of the lay bet is all I'm trying to show is that when you're using the lay bet, think about it. Just think about, okay, how would that be valuable to me? And then you're like, oh, okay, if I just play this one number, I'm gaining that advantage. If I play that, I'm getting that advantage, that, and so on and so forth. All right? Now, every now and then, you're going to have runs where it hits 2 or 3 of them. I mean, that's going to happen. Maybe all 6 of them. I don't know. But I'm not submitting this to you guys as a strategy. I'm not saying that, yeah, do this like traveling lay bet thing. Now you can, of course, you just watched it work. You know, it worked basically without a hitch, right? There's a ton of winners in there. All right, so let's just count it up. It may be exactly right. All right, so remember, okay, so we had 1. I'm going to count the come out 7s and the point 7s, okay? So we have 1 come out, 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 come out or 0.7s, all right? So now I'm going to count the 0.7s, okay? So we have 1, 2 of them, all right? What I'm saying is that the stuff that a lot of people get worried about, the 0.7 or the come out 7, whatever it is you're doing, the lay bet can really hedge that for you. It can really change that into a winning roll, you know, the come out or the 0.7. So many light side strategies and so many light side guys are always the 0.7 kills me, the 0.7 kills me. Well, yeah, I mean, because you're playing against the 7. So, you know, maybe you play the lay with it, you know, not as necessarily a profiter, but just a hedge. You know, you are going to get knocked off sometimes. That's part of it. But as you can tell, I just ran through this 4 separate times. The results are right there in front of you. It made $400, and you know, there was nothing special. I made the exact same bets every time. So what I'm getting at is I was just trying to show value here, how the value of the lay bet is, and why it's good, and why you would do it, and why you wouldn't. You know, there's not a lot of reasons to not do the lay bet unless you're betting the lay bet just too big. Unless you're just saying, I'm laying 500 on the 10, right? Now you're really taking your bankroll and saying, I'm gonna basically flip a coin here, and half the time I'm gonna win and half the time I'm gonna lose, kind of deal. I know it's 2 to 1, but with the way the payout is, it ends up being basically like a coin flip. So if you just keep them lay bets reasonable and you know, within the realm of your bankroll, yeah, they can be profitable. It's a profitable bet. Anyways, this is Jacob from Wager Me This. Hope you guys like this explanation of this lay bet and what I did here. And maybe you guys can incorporate that into some of your strategies, kind of like the marching soldier, but it's the marching lay bet. I don't know, kind of something neat. And you guys have a great day. And hey, if you guys don't mind, go to wagermethis.com every day. Check for new content, because I'm always putting something new on there. And a lot of stuff is stuff you've heard on my channel here, and I'm just writing it down and putting it on there. And if you guys want to put something on there, put it in there, write it in there, and you know, I'll make it, you know, I'll highlight it and say, hey, this is from so-and-so, this is from so-and-so. You know, my website is open to every craps player, you know, everybody involved in the game. That's what I want it for. It's never going to be a charge for anything content wise. You know, of course, for merchandise and stuff, I'm going to have to, but not for content wise. I'll never have any charges on there for that. It's all going to be free to anybody, you know. And yeah, you guys check me out, man. I appreciate it a lot. Y'all have a great day.